And we are live. Welcome in, everyone. Happy Monday and welcome back to another Shade Selects. I know it has been a minute. Kostos and I have literally been on different schedules, and obviously it's the summertime, so, we're probably both going to be going on some vacations, but we are back here to go through this week's drop, talk about our previous cops for the past few weeks since we were last on Shade Selects. I was honestly having a difficult time trying to figure out what shoes I didn't discuss with Kostos yet. So definitely have a big, long list to go through. If you're just joining us right now and you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like while you're jumping in here. Be sure also to hit that notification bell. We've got so much heat coming out that I don't want any of you to miss out on. Also, we are going to have a countdown that is obviously on the screen. You're looking at that 58-minute mark, which we will be going on for a mid. So definitely stick around to see that at 10 p.m. when Kostos and I are off. But I am going to bring him on here in a moment. What's going on, Azrael, Kai, Swipe Fiend, Janet? Good to see you all in here. Hope everybody is having an amazing Monday and getting your week off to a great start. What's going on, Kostos?
What's up? What's up? It's great to be back with you here. A lot of heat's dropped and excited to show some stuff off and talk about it with you this week. And great to be back with everyone. Awesome to be here.
For those of you who don't know, Kostos is the host and sports bet personality of You Better You Bet. So you can also catch him on that show if you want to listen to things other than sneakers. But I think he enjoys his time off here with us on Shade Selects.
Absolutely, of course. Yeah, no, absolutely love it. And if you're interested, check out at the Kostos on Twitter for the sports content. Same on Instagram for the sneaker content. Great to be on with you as always.
What's going on, Carlton? For those of you who are new to Shade Selects, Kostos and I are going to start off by going through our pickups. How long has it been, Kostos? Has it been a few weeks since we...
About 2 weeks. Yeah, about 2 weeks since the last time we were on.
You already told me you showed me your sip of water a minute ago, so I already know what little hint is coming out for our show and tell section.
Yeah, I'm excited. I was a little thirsty a couple weeks ago, so I had to pick up some water. I'm excited to show that off to everyone. I feel like I come on a lot and I talk about my bad luck with trying to cop sneakers online, whether it's a sneakers app or otherwise. I had a miserable experience over the last couple days, which we can talk about as we move along. Just horrific. My luck, I actually have the worst luck out of anyone ever when it comes to sneaker pickups online.
You need us to send you some luck from the Shade gang over here. Should we all together give Kostos some of our luck to get some W's?
I missed out on some good stuff that I wanted. I'm sure we'll talk about a lot of it here and excited to get into it.
I already know a few, Kostos. I could have helped you on one, but you always let me know last minute.
I forget. I've killed a lot of brain cells, and I end up forgetting. So,
what's going on, Carlton, Kai, Marty, E. Williams in the house? We got RX Fly Fishing. What's going on, Frank Royce? Good to have you all in here with us on our Shade Selects Monday night. We are going to pretty much jump into our pickups, and we're going to start with Kostos.
Okay.
What are you going to start with, Kostos?
Well, this is the sneaker that I absolutely had to have. I had a miserable experience trying to cop them several times, without going to the resale market, without going to StockX. Failed on all of them in spectacular fashion. So I did what I had to do. When there's a pair of kicks out there that I really want, I'm going to have them, whether I have to pay resale for them or not. So I copped the Bembury Waterby the Guides, the New Balances. I absolutely had to have them, and I know you've got them as well.
Oh, we are going to be matching this summer, Kostos. I think we got to go to a rooftop bar or something and take a sweet picture by a swimming pool or something. I don't know.
I think that is a wonderful idea for something that we should definitely do, no doubt about it. I love these for so many different reasons. A, I love the story behind them. B, it's the greatest shoebox I think I've ever seen, and I have that here if we can show it off because the art on it's absolutely fantastic. C, the sneaker itself is absolutely gorgeous. The story's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
And I think that they're actually, you'd think that a sneaker with this many colors would be difficult to style. I actually think it's pretty easy. I think that the dark green, if you're into this type of color and you wear this type of color, I think if you wear that dark green with something neutral with it, I think these go with actually lots of different outfits or anything that's
So
kind of in
what
this
is your
green
what's your
blue.
go-to outfit that you would rock with these? What
I have
color
a pair
pants?
of I have a pair of like whitish greenish shorts that I
Ah.
wore with a cream hoodie in these that worked really well. I have a dark green t-shirt from I'm a Leon Dor that's like this color that I wear with a pair of cream colored shorts and these. So those have been the two outfits I've worn it with so far. But yeah, I think that any kind of like green blue almost works with it. Brown could work with this as well. So for me, it's like wearing one of the colors in the sneaker with something neutral, and then this pops out. So the
I
matching
had a
part
sexy dress
brings
that
it
I wore with
together.
mine, Kostos, but I don't know if it would fit you.
No,
Had
I would say
some
probably,
plants on
probably
it as
not.
well, but I was just trying to water the plants with the shoes, if you know what I mean.
You love
It
them?
just I am obsessed. So, strange fact about me, my everyone in my family knows this, but I have been obsessed with waterfalls since I was a little girl. I
Nice.
grew up with a waterfall in my backyard. I lived by one of the biggest waterfalls in Washington state, and one of my all-time favorite things to do is just go hiking to waterfalls. And literally Washington state, that's all you can really do out there. And it rains so much, so the waterfalls are on another level. I mean, it's so intense. So when I found out that this shoe, he transitioned from, the first shoe being based off of the desert and being very a dry type of theme to just like a complete right turn from the desert into this waterfall kind of theme. And I was just like, wow, the meaning behind it just hit me, and the fact that like I already had this passion for waterfalls makes this shoe just so much more valuable in my opinion. And it's just because of the love that I have for the outdoors and waterfalls specifically.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, I mean, it's a great story behind it. The colorway is sick. They look
Oh, they
sick
want
on
to see
foot.
the box. Let me see if I can grab the
I
box
have
real
it.
quick. Oh, you have it? Yeah,
I've
somebody
got it,
wants to
yeah.
show the box. What's going on, Dark Super? We are going to show you the box, Frank. And hey, Kennier, what's going on? Been a minute since we've seen you in here. That was a difficult one. What's going on, Poppy?
So here's the
How
box.
cool is that box? I mean, just every little detail about this. I mean, what I love about Chalet Bembry is he really was all about bringing a story to his shoe, and he wanted to really just make an impact with giving the story, letting people the meaning that goes into it. And this waterfall really made an impact on him. So I love that he created a story out of it and created this really cool shoe, and just the way that the suede was delicately made to kind of look like the flow of water. I mean, the details are insane on this, and this is supposed to represent the sand when it hits the water. I mean, he really took some time, where I feel like sometimes when you see these collaborations being put out, it's like somebody just woke up the night before and procrastinated and tried to throw a shoe together, and it's like, here you go. But you can tell that Chalet Bembry just like really took his time with this one, and wanted to create something that was truly meaningful.
I think it's a great point by you. And like, this is where I think kind of sneakers transcend, like just like the footwear medium, become like art. Like the shoe is a piece of art. And like the way you just described it. And think about like the thought that went into it. To Marissa's point, she's 100% right. This was not something hastily thrown together. Like, it was really a lot of thought was put into it. And I think it's a piece of art that you can wear. So that's why I absolutely had to have them.
Frank is saying shorts and a Hawaiian shirt. I could see that. I could see some like floral print. That was kind of the theme I was going with my dress. And this is one thing I like to say when I do my styling sections for all of you. Even though it is, a dress that's geared more towards women, I also want you guys to also know that this is something that you can relate to color-wise, print-wise on the male side. So if I'm wearing a dress that has like a floral print, you can also wear a floral button down, but just kind of a nice comparison. But I think that would look great, Frank.
No, I will personally disagree with that. And different strokes for different folks. I feel like people can pull up whatever. I feel like the shoes are the statement piece. Like, those shoes are the
Oh,
statement piece. So
those shoes will never be hidden. They will never be hidden.
So like a Hawaiian
No matter
shirt is
what.
almost like a Hawaiian shirt's like a statement piece, where like I would wear like a pair of like muted sneakers with a Hawaiian shirt. That's just me though. So, I
Or
mean,
maybe
people
a
can
more
obviously wear what
muted
they want.
Hawaiian shirt. Doesn't have to be, the whole family matching or anything like that.
Super loud.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Everybody in the family's got the same matching Hawaiian shirt walking around so they don't get lost or whatever. It's like,
It's
have you
like
seen my
that
dad?
shirt, like a loud shirt will clash with these. Something loud will clash with these.
So John is saying he loves the way it glows with the dark and light turquoise panels. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 10 out of 10 in my book.
And he really went with a color that wasn't used before. So it wasn't like he decided, oh, I'm going to go with like the typical gray that we see on New Balance silhouettes, which they're known for. He went into uncharted territory, which I think can be very scary as a creative designer, going into a color palette that hasn't really been worn. But, he took this to another level, didn't play it safe, and it just works.
I think it's my favorite sneaker of the year.
Ah, so you're switching it up. This is now the number one shoe for you.
Well, I didn't get the Amamaniers, so I would say that these would be since I have these and I didn't get those, I would say this is my sneaker of the year now.
It's a beautiful shoe. So, any other clothes pickups or shoes, Kostos?
I have in the other room that I forgot to bring in, but I have a Cabana set that I think is really awesome, which is like while we were talking about like loud Hawaiian shirts, like a matching set that you could wear to like the beach or the pool with a pair of swim trunks and like a matching like short sleeve button down. That's some kind of like crazy color combination. At some point, maybe I can get it. This one I have has seahorses on it from Scotch and Soda, and you don't have to spend a ton of money on it. Like I think the shirt was like $70. The shorts were like, I don't know, maybe like the same $70, something like that. So I think it's a great look, and it was in style for a while. Like when we were younger, I think when I was younger at least, and went out of style for a long time, and now we're starting to come back.
Coming back.
Like a matching short sleeve button down with either a matching shorts that you can wear in the summer with some kind of like summery graphic on it or pattern on it, or a pair of swim trunks that you could wear to the beach or pool, I think is like very in, like very hip. I sound like such an old man when I say hip.
No, I think that's great. RX Fly Fishing, aren't both colorways inspired by area around the Havasu? Yeah, so this is actually a shoe inspired by the Havasu Falls. So definitely that is, I think, supposed to be picturesque of the waterfall or a portion of it. But that is Havasu Falls. I feel like we're playing Jeopardy. Correct, RX Fly Fishing. You get 5 points for that one.
And that's in Arizona, right? Havasu
Yep,
Falls in Arizona?
It's in Arizona. So that's where you see the really cool red rocks as well, which I think he themed quite nicely here on the tongue with that coloring scheme on the leather. That just kind of reminds me of the rocks that you would find out there.
They're so sick. This is such a sick shoe.
And not to mention, how comfy are these?
They're sick. I mean, that's what you get with New Balance, though. That's why I've been saying it for months, right? New Balance is the best brand right now. If I could only have one for the next year, it's easily New Balance. Not close.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. So I have a lot of shoes, Kostos, to go through. So I
can't wait to see them.
I guess we've already gone through one. So let's see. Where do we even start? Actually, before we start, I want to show you some socks that I just got in the mail. And I'm going to see if we can actually get some sent over to you as well, because we're going to have a special guest with us on next week. We are having Seth Fowler on with us.
Super
and
cool.
He has his own sock line called Apothecary. And he sent me about 10 different socks. Nice. But these are pretty dope. So I'm excited to just kind of mix and match and see how we can style them. And hopefully we can get some over to you too, Kostos, so you can see how you can work these into your wardrobe. But I think he just did a great job with just how he's kind of chosen and selected the materials and the coloring theme on these. But definitely, if you haven't, check Seth Fowler's socks out, Apothecary, and style it up. I think everybody sometimes forgets to style with socks, and that's kind of been a theme for me this year, is really, being stylistically, I guess, in tune with how I want to mix and match my shoes, just because, if you're going all out with your feet, you might as well go all the way, right?
You're so right about that, and I fail at that. And I think that I dress pretty well, and like I just wear like white socks, either long like a long or short, and I guess dress socks when I wear something dressy, but that's it really. And I should probably do a better job at that. And I follow Seth on Instagram, and like I've watched a bunch of his videos, and that the socks definitely are cool. I've thought that for a long time, so it's cool that you've got them, and it's really awesome that he's coming on.
Yeah, so definitely excited to see him. And also, we are going to be doing a massive giveaway at the end of the week. I'm actually going to be giving away one of the Supreme pieces I got here, Kostos. You know, just a lovely Nerf gun if you're in
Love
the
it.
market for looking for one.
It is
But
cool.
it's really cool. They did a great job with the tie-dye effect on it. I also have one in pink that I have yet to unbox, so I'm going to need to do that eventually. But this is the colorway I'm going to be giving away, the blue. So be sure to be following me on all of my social media platforms in order to be able to be a part of the draw. And I'm also going to be giving away a pair of slides. So definitely going to give everybody a sneak peek. This is a size 6, but I'm going to be giving away a pair of slides as well. Just to thank everyone for being a part of the Shade community and just thanking you for how fast our channel has grown. It's pretty crazy.
Awesome. That's great. And like I will say that colorway, the pure colorway of the Yeezy slides, I think is by far the best one, the most wearable. I wear them all the time. I think that's a great giveaway.
Yep. So even if you're not a size 6 and you have a girlfriend or a mom or somebody, you'll definitely want to be there on Friday when I go live and I go through the possibility of you having the chance to win a pair of the pure slides or a Nerf gun. I know they're completely different, but hey, I mean,
Both cool.
Can't hurt yourself. That thing really shoots quite fast too. I almost basically hit myself in the eye. It ricocheted off my closet back into my face.
No, that's not good.
Wasn't expecting that. What's going on, Anthony? Good to see you in here. Jay Hill, Marty in the house. So now I'm going to get into some of my cops. Some of these I've already done videos on. The most recent one actually was the Jordan 3. And these are the Hyper. Let's just see if we, or sorry, the Racer Blues. Am I getting that too close, actually? I'm like, let me just blind you guys with this Racer Blue effect. So this was the first time they used this kind of 3M elephant print, and it's giving it definitely a different look on there. A lot of people were kind of complaining about it, but it did sell out as usual. But it's different. What do you think, Kostos?
I think it's okay. I think it looks like kind of like I remember in my high school, there was this, I had to like one year I got paid extra to go into my high school on weekends and I would like vacuum and stuff. And I got paid for it. Just a little extra money when I was like 15 or 16. And I remember what the carpets looked like. And I think like the cement print on it kind of looks like the carpet in my high school that I used to vacuum.
That would have been a dope picture. We got to go back to your high school and see if they still have it there. See if we could get a nice close. Yeah, I just want a cool shoot shot with that. But I will say, as far as the quality goes, like they did an actually great job on the leather quality of that, specifically for a 3. So, you know, I was quite impressed seeing it in hand. It's just one of those toss-ups. You have no clue, you know, what the quality of your Jordan is going to be like until you have it in hand. And I think that this is one of the better versions that I've seen.
Nice.
All right, so let's switch over to the Yeezy lane here and show you some dark slates. How are you feeling about this colorway?
I really like it. I actually like it quite a bit. I actually like them better than the cream pair or the white pair. I think wearing all black with these, that's how I would wear them, is with an all black outfit. So I would say that I like them. I don't know if I love them, but I definitely like them quite a bit.
Yeah, I think, you know, I love the fact that these are going to be a lot more difficult to get dirty because my white pair, the Cloud Whites, they need a bath, to say the least. I swear, like, I could be drinking a cup of coffee and somehow manage to spill on those. I don't know what it is. Or I'll be eating something. I'm like, seriously, did I really just drop something on these? Is this possible?
Yeah,
like,
those have knit on them, so...
They catch everything. It's a magnet. So I'm just happy to have a darker shade so I don't have to keep cleaning them constantly. All right. So what shall we go with next? So
you got some heat so far. I mean, this is
a lot going on here. Lot to add to the summer collection, to say the least. We have the Undefeated Pack. So this was the Air Force One. And it's kind of got, you know, this nice aged midsole look to it. And some different unique materials that they used on here. It's very rough, actually, to the touch. Definitely something I would wear in the rain. Feels like it would be extremely protected. And then I would say the more popular out of the two is actually the Dunks that came in the set. And I actually really love these, and I love them so much because of this kind of frosted lemon coloring scheme that they added. I'm going to switch up the laces because I think this will actually just give it a little something different. But
makes it a summer shoe, I feel like, with the yellow laces. Do you agree? Whereas it's not necessarily with the brown laces?
Yeah, the brown laces, I don't know. It just kind of gets lost in there. So for the summertime,
it's like earthy.
Yeah, it's like earthy.
I'd rather have that pop of yellow in there. Absolutely. See, we're on the same page.
Yeah, but this one, I think, out of that pack was definitely by far the better version. But they did actually have this flopped earlier on when this pack was released. So this Air Force One actually had this same pattern on it. And then this was flipped as well. So the Dunk had the pattern that the Air Force One had on it.
I think it was a good move by them, where I think like the Dunk is more made for that kind of like loud, like material, etc. Where the Air Force, I think that they made the right call. I'm a big fan of Undefeated. I bought a bunch of their stuff when I was in Japan. Their stores are always sick, so I have a good amount of Undefeated stuff. I actually really like both of those shoes, but I do agree with you. The Dunks are better. Great call with the yellow laces, but I do like the olive pair, basically with the hints of black on it. I think is very nice as well, especially.
Yeah. I just love olive. I don't know what it is. That's just like one of my sore spots. I've seen olive anything and I'm just drawn to it. So was definitely drawn to that. And the whole pack idea was pretty cool. I guess the employees were having some fights over what was the more popular of the two silhouettes. And they finally were like, you know what, let's just drop the pack.
Love it.
And then see. So makes sense. All right, so I haven't actually shot this one yet, but this is the Air Jordan 1 Quart Purples, and it's kind of interesting. It's got this satin effect going on the collar on the inside, a little bit shinier collar there. So not as popular, I think, this Quart Purple version, and I don't know if people are just upset that it's too much white. I'm not quite sure, but I don't think this one had as much of an appeal to the Jordan 1 audience.
See, I think these are one of the best looking pairs of Jordan 1s I've ever seen. I like it with all the white. I like, because I think the Jordan 1 is a really cool silhouette. I don't like the color blocking on it. And I think that kind of is evident on the fact that I don't like a lot of Jordan 1s. This is such a clean look with the top, the swoosh, obviously. The hits,
it's got really good quality leather. You can see how nicely tumbled that is on the toe box.
I would wear these. I would wear these.
This is a Kostos shoe.
I think that shoe is dope as fuck.
Yeah, I agree. RX Fly Fishing, people are sleeping on these. It's really funny, you know, when you look at the drops, especially in the Air Jordan silhouette. Obviously, these are going to sell out, but it's just interesting to see which ones tank on the resale market. And this one, honestly, you can buy around the same retail price point that it went for.
Well, the only problem with these, and they're beautiful, is I feel like white and purple is a little difficult to style.
And this actually, I'm looking at the wings. I don't know if you can see that. There's glitter on there. Can you see that?
Well, that I'm not really a huge fan of.
Yeah, glitter, I just realized that it's actually quite sparkly on the wings there.
Well, sparkly kind of kills it for me at least.
A little sparkle. Yeah. We're gonna have to call you Kostos Sparkle.
Yeah, I would prefer if that were not the case, but
nice
I would say
nickname.
That I don't really like that, but I would say if more Jordan 1s were in that style of color blocking, I would own a lot more of them.
All right, so next on the list are the slides in the Inflame colorway. What do you think about this color?
I saw someone in person with them. Listen, I'm a Yeezy slide fanboy. I love them. I wear my Pures all the time. I wear my Cores in the fall all the time. So you're not going to find... I'm not going to say anything bad about them. You have to be into that color orange, and I kind of think it's pretty nice. If you're not into orange, then it's not going to be for you, and there'll be another Yeezy slide that's for you because Yeezy slides are sick. So if you like that color and you like the Yeezy slides, I mean, that's an easy cop. It's not even.
I'm kind of bummed because I wore this orange kind of sherbet colored dress to this wedding that I just went to in the Caribbean, and literally I didn't know where the wedding was going to take place, and the ceremony was actually outside on this grass that was soaked because it had just rained earlier in the day. So of course all of us girls were wearing little stiletto heels sinking in, and I was just like, Oh, I wish I brought my Inflame slides. Like, this would have gone perfect with my dress. I would have stayed on top of the grass. I wouldn't be going into the soil. So I will say, I was a little bit bummed about that. I would have rocked it.
It sounds like it would have been a pretty sick outfit. They're sick.
Literally, would have been a sick outfit, but could only pack so much in a carry-on luggage, unfortunately.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, that's actually the good thing about like the foam runners and the slides is you can bend them if you need to, or like not obviously bend the slides, but you could bend the foam runners a little bit. But they're easier to fit into luggage.
Oh yeah, and they're so light. I mean, it's literally like the lightest pair of anything. It's like packing air, basically. These things.
They're so awesome. They're so awesome. I mean, I don't understand the people that hate on the Yeezy slides. I think they're so awesome.
All right, so next up, I have some comfort zooms. I literally preach about these, Kostos. These are so comfortable. I don't know that the Air Jordan 1, just the regular silhouette without the comfort zoom, I can walk in all day, but these are extremely comfortable. This one's kind of hard to see, so I'm going to try and put it up to the light there, but these are the sails. It kind of almost looks in different light, like it's like a glow-in-the-dark kind of green hint to it.
Yeah, it's not sail. Like, that's not like an actual sail.
It's weird that it's called sail, yeah, because to me, I don't know why, but it has like almost a yellow-greenish effect to it.
Yeah, and I would say then sail is not a color that's supposed to have any green in it.
No, not at all. And I actually have another version that has sail in it that I'm going to show you, and you can see like this to me is more of a sail color.
Yeah, there's not even no doubt. Like that is sail. Like the other
right?
one's not. Yes.
So I'm not exactly sure why they named this one the sail, but it just doesn't look like a sail to me. It literally has like this hint. It's like a key lime coloring scheme, actually. That's what this reminds me of.
I don't love it.
Should have called it the key lime pie.
that would have been better for sure.
That's what I would have named it. All right. So next up, I'm going to show you a Reebok shoe, actually. I don't even know that we've done a Reebok shoe on Shade Selects before. But because I was such a huge fan of the Power Rangers,
okay,
I have to show this to you. This is my.
You're
generation.
younger than me. You're younger than me. I was Transformers and like Ninja Turtles and He-Man.
I'm like, listen, Amy Jo Johnson, the Pink Ranger, was like my idol. I would have killed to have been her. And like this is the box that they did. They did such an incredible job with just like the packaging on this. So for those of you who don't know, the Pink Ranger was the pterodactyl. That was
I did not know that.
That was her morphin power. Everybody had like a different dinosaur. So she was the pterodactyl. That was like her superhero that she transformed into. Actually, this is the inside too. Let me show you that. Pretty cool. And I don't know. I feel like I need to be the Pink Ranger for Halloween now, but
they're pretty cool. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I mean,
for a shoe based off of the Power Rangers, I think they did a pretty impeccable job. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
like, this looks exactly like something they would wear.
I'll tell you what, I would obviously not wear that, but I would say that I give them a lot of credit for a very original design.
I don't know, Kostos. I may have to be the Pink Ranger this year for Halloween. So
I don't see why you wouldn't.
If we go on Shade Selects and I look like Amy Jo Johnson.
Yeah, Amy Jo Johnson was. Yeah, I think that like a lot of guys. I'm trying to think of how old I was when that came out, but the Pink Ranger was definitely the cutest one out of all of them for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She was like the Kelly Kapowski of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Pretty much, yeah. All the guys wanted to date her, and all the girls wanted to be her. That was the jam, pretty much. And one of my favorite pickups that I am obsessed with right now is the Ambush Dunks in the Dark Royal colorway.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a designer sneaker. Like you could go into Neiman Marcus; those could cost $500, and someone would definitely go in there and buy them and not even think twice about it. They're like a work of art.
It is quality, and she's actually going to be coming out with that Volt color scheme, which I think is interesting. I think this, though, is by far one of my favorite color schemes that she's done out of the colors that have been launched so far. But my favorite part is that the midsoles actually got this aged effect.
I always love that.
See that. But I like it better just because on the black and white version, it's just a regular white midsole. But this one has been intentionally kind of aged and yellowed, which I think just gives it a little something, something.
I think it's an incredibly gorgeous shoe. Like I absolutely love it.
The only thing I don't like are these laces. I don't know if you can see it, but they've been waxed. And because they're waxed, they're so hard to loosen and tie.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just, I don't understand them, but there are wax laces on all of them, and they're just very difficult to actually loosen. This took me literally like 30 minutes to try and just get my foot inside of it.
Oh, dude, that's annoying. See, like, that's like...
It's frustrating. That's the only part I would say. I wish they just went with a different lace, because also the wax...
Do you like them enough that did that ruin it for you? Or are you still...
It didn't ruin it for me, because
that would ruin it for me.
I just keep it loose. I can fit my foot in this without untying it and retying it, but I think if it was a shoe that I had to constantly like tie constantly over and over and have to untie, that would be frustrating. But I just slip my feet into these.
Yeah, that would.
It's part about having narrow feet, Kostos.
Yeah,
you can do magic tricks.
I try and always do that myself. Try to like fit my foot in without having to retie them. But like just the thought of having like to break them in like that would have driven my personality type. I would have gone nuts.
You're like, there's no way. All right, so next up is a Casewish shoe that I'm going to show you. This actually was a really cool drop. This is a collab that was done by Chase Jarvis, who is a pretty well-known photographer. He actually was going to get involved in the medical field, and then just one day, I guess, got some equipment from his deceased grandfather who had passed it down to him, and he was taking some shots of snowboarders and skiers, and just fell in love with it. And now he's like one of the top photographers for filming things like skateboarders, snowboarders, basically extreme sports, which is very difficult to do. But he made a shoe for creators, and this is just really cool. It's kind of got this camo effect to it, and he really tied in this royal blue kind of coloring scheme. It's got creator on the back. I may be biased because I am a creator.
No, they're awesome. They're kind of like what I talk about, where like that's like a designer sneaker, where like you walked into
Creator
like,
on the lace.
Yeah, like if you walked into again like Saks Fifth Avenue, like it would not weird you out to see these in there. It's like a very like designer looking, really nice looking shoe that looks really upscale.
Yeah, I think they did a great job with it. Everyone who is just joining us now, we are at that 33-minute marking. We got about 26 minutes before we all head over to the shoe I'm going to talk about next, which is the Crimson Tint Mids. And that is what the styling video is going to be entailed on. And we're going to do the whole overview of this and unboxing. But this is one of the few mids, Kostos, that I'm doing a video on. Culture Kings actually sponsored this video. They sent this pair over to me. And I actually think this is a really refreshing and nice colorway for the summertime.
I agree. I think like if you you would have to wear some black with it, right? Or would you not?
Oh no, I definitely styled this with black, but I also actually styled this with an all white look. So
that's cool too. Yeah, absolutely.
But definitely, it's different. It's called like it's more like an Arctic orange is the colorway that they're calling it. It looks pink, but then when I shot images of it, it actually does kind of have like some orange hues to it.
You know, for people that kind of like get on Kanye for like all like the 350s looking the same but slightly different, like Nike's doing this a lot now with like these oranges and the greens, like we see with the Dunks, when like every shoe looks the same. I'm not saying that like I don't criticize Kanye for that really, and like it's fine, but like people should.
Well,
like,
sometimes you know he'll call things the same color, like the cloud white, right? Cloud white is all over the place. I'm like, wait, this cloud white looks kind of blue. This cloud white looks kind of cream. This cloud white actually looks white. Which
That's
one's
right.
cloud
Like
white?
the 350s are blue. Like the 450s are cream. Like neither are actually white.
Exactly. So I'm just like, maybe he's thinking about different colors and types of clouds. Is this a nimbus cloud?
I'm actually thinking that you might be right. Like the 350s might be like a rain cloud or something. I don't know. I mean, who knows what he's thinking?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, maybe Kanye was just really involved in school when it came to the different types of clouds, and he was basing it off of the different colors. I have no clue. But it's quite interesting to see the variations when they call a shoe something. Just like the sail, though, right? Like, sail looks like a different color here and there.
Well, no, I mean, yes, you're right about that, but also, like, sail is never green. So I feel like that's just, like,
weird.
Incorrect.
You're like, somebody on the coloring squad needs to be fired right now because...
I don't know if I want to call for somebody's job, but yeah, I would say that's like, it's just wrong. It would be like, calling like a white pair of sneakers like these are like green. It's like, no.
You're like, what is going on with this? But yeah, I still think that they should have called it like key lime pie.
Key lime pie, I feel like almost or something. Like, key lime pie's got to be a loud shoe, I feel like.
I don't know. I think they should just start calling shoes different pie names. That would be pretty funny. Maybe Kanye will do it. Maybe it won't.
I would want pecan pie. I think is the best pie. Ooh, so that's what I would.
Pecan pie would be really. I could see that as a New Balance shoe actually.
Pecan pie with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. So you'd have like the various browns, caramel, and like a hit of white or cream somewhere. That's a good sneaker.
What's up, Silly Bembury? I hope you're listening to us out there. When you take a bite in some pie, know that that would be a great name for your next collab with New Balance.
Absolutely.
What's going on, Amy? We've got Shane and Bullet Japan Official in the house. We are about to just start talking about some of the shoes that are going to be dropping this week, and maybe we'll actually start out with a shoe that dropped today that I know you were quite interested in, Kostos. But hopefully everyone maybe took some W's today. I know this was a difficult drop. We'll probably talk about the complications of it. What's going on, am I? Good to see you guys all in here. And I'm just going to pull this up right now so we can take a look at the KITH New Balance 1300s.
Man, I believe you had some luck with these, but I tried on Saturday when they did the shock drop for it. I am a KITH member. I bought a lot of stuff on the KITH website. It would not load for me for error 404. I think a lot of people experienced that based on what I was seeing on Twitter. So that's really annoying. I logged on at 11 o'clock this morning, tried to buy, I believe the pair I like is the the tan pair. Is that the pepper or the elephant? I'm not sure which one, but I like the tan pair.
The elephant is the gray pair.
Okay, so I wanted the pepper then, like the tan pair. At 11 o'clock and 30 seconds, they were all sold out. So, what are you going to do? Very annoying, but maybe I'll cop them for resale. I do like them a lot. I don't like them as much as, let's say, the Chalet Bembury's, but I do like them a lot. And the pair, again, that I like would be the tan pair. I feel like it's the most versatile one, especially in the fall. I actually have a pair of Birkenstocks, the KITH Birkenstocks in that antler, that pink colorway. And I have a sweatshirt and sweatpants from KITH also in that same color. So I do like that color as well, but for me, it would be the tans. And I had a miserable experience again, trying to cop.
So this is the 3 different colorway options. So yeah, they had some interesting names on the shoe. I'm trying to see if there's a better viewing of the 3 of them here. So it's kind of the tan, the gray, and that it's almost, what is this color? It's like a blush. I really like it though.
I actually I have a bunch of color, that exact color, and I guess it's not the same as dusty mauve is the color that I have in a bunch of stuff, but it's very similar to that. All the KITH colors have a little gray in them. So this is a grayish pink, so I think you could wear this. The thing about KITH and what Ronnie Feig does, right, or Feig does, is you can't wear his stuff with a lot of other brands and other colors. All of his colors in that palette go together and they don't really go with a lot else.
Oh, he wants you buying his products, Kostos.
It's smart.
It's
right? Absolutely
so smart.
It's absolutely smart.
He literally wants us to definitely snag a pair of clothing to go with this entire line. I saw the whole women's drop, which I think every single clothing piece would go perfect with all of these color schemes, but
yep.
Some of the pieces are just, it's so expensive. I mean, so expensive. Jesus Christ in the house. You got the antler colorway. Congratulations. What's going on, Marius Johnson?
Do you want me to get the Birkenstocks and we can see if they're the same color or close to it?
Yeah, let's check out the Birkenstocks and see if they're the same color. But I don't mind these colorway options. I think that, they're nice and neutral. Did anybody else go for a pair of the New Balances this morning? I know that bot protection was not on, and definitely something that, didn't help us manual growers. But not having that bot protection just makes things a little rough for us.
I don't know if you can really see. It's really close to that, if not the exact same thing.
Yeah, it looks actually pretty identical. He definitely uses the same color palette for sure. Like, he definitely kind of sticks to those palettes and just kind of like dabbles in them with different brands. The thing I like about this shoe is that the KITH is very subtle on the end. It's not extremely loud. It's just very subtle. You have to like be up close and personal to see the KITH markings on that end there.
Yeah, they're sick. Which color
would
you like the best?
Was this your... I think that I personally love this color, but I don't know. They're all just...
I like, yes, this one, the tan one, the best.
This one's cool too. I just feel like this is a great colorway to wear with like trench coats and that kind of tan cargo colorway. Like this would be an amazing color all year round as well. Like I can see this in the spring and the fall.
Agreed.
Gray obviously is a classic. Like the elephant is just, obviously this is, New Balance's signature gray.
I would say that I probably need to get a pair of these. Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
So I think gray, I had a friend actually who went in store this morning. So basically you could have gone at 6 a.m. this morning to get a wristband at the KITH.
Great.
But then you had to go back after that. And I think he got there at 6:25 and he was number 58.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of how much these sneakers are, you would have to pay me 5 times as much as that to do that. They'd have to pay me to go do that. Go sit at KITH at 6 in the morning. No chance.
I mean, he wanted the elephant pair.
I mean, God bless someone for doing that. I can't even imagine ever doing something like that.
But he was number 58 when he got there. He was 20 minutes after 6 o'clock. So, I mean, it just wasn't even enough for him to get his colorway that he wanted. But he did end up copying a pair, but it's definitely dedication to go and wake up that early to go get a wristband just to come back and stand in line again to pray that you can at least get a pair. Kinnear, you went for the antler, but you couldn't check out in time. Yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is when they don't have bot protection up, I mean, the bots just eat everything. And
KITH is absolute fucking bullshit when it comes to this. Like the
problem
fucking worst.
Your hands can't possibly beat a bot. I mean, it's impossible. Like I don't care.
KITH is the worst with this. Like the absolute worst with this type of shit. I think KITH is number one.
Number one. Just feeding the bots. Kostos is like they're just feeding them dinner, breakfast, and lunch. You name it.
And look, it's whatever. Like it's not like I don't care. Like, I don't get paid by any of these brands to say good or bad things about them. But, like, I'm just being honest with everyone. Like, KITH's the fucking worst with this stuff. They just are.
All right. So people are asking about the you got the off-whites. So the lemonades that came out over the weekend. Did you hear about that, Kostos?
I did, yeah.
A shock drop, but you had to be based in Boston in order to be able to cop a pair. So... unfortunately, we were out of luck on that one. But I'm not sure even for the raffles. I know I did enter a raffle, but I don't even know, if anybody has actually heard back on that one. Randomly woke up at 2:41 a.m. here. Simon, where are you? Is it 2:41 somewhere in the world right now?
2:41.
Jennifer, you tried. They should make an olive colorway as well. I think an olive colorway would look sick on this. That's
Agreed.
Definitely in Ronnie Feig's color palette for sure.
Well, it's basically like
beiges. I mean,
there's hints of like beige and gray in every single color that he has in that palette. All of them.
Yeah, he definitely. He uses the same palettes. Let's be real. I mean, we kind of have an idea of like where he's going to go with different coloring schemes, and then I know either a week before, 2 weeks before, that's when he drops like the new collection, and it's all in these colorways.
So like I have a pair a sweatshirt, a hoodie, and sweatpants in this colorway, this like dusty mauve colorway. And when I wear just the sweatshirt, just the hoodie, and I don't wear the sweatpants with it, like you have to wear like cream or white if you don't have something else in the KITH palette, because it literally goes with nothing else. You can't wear it with any other color.
Yeah, I think cream is just, especially right now in the summertime, it's like one of my go-to colorways that I've been wearing.
It goes with everything. Absolutely.
It literally goes with everything.
And it's better than white for that reason. Because white is like, will sometimes be like overpower something. Cream does not. It's like a perfect accent.
Yeah, listen, if I had all the money in the world, of course, yeah, I would try and maybe, buy a couple more extra pieces from KITH, but it's just too far out of my price point range on what I want to spend on a pair of sweats here and there. I don't know. I don't mind some of the collabs spending a little extra something, but yeah, for a regular pair of sweats to spend like $400, it just seems like too much.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
I mean, what can I say? I have a couple sweatsuit collections from them. And
listen, I know you do, Kostos.
Listen, you're not like I bought the floral one, the all green floral one that came out in the spring collection, and like I literally wore it. It's awesome. I'm not hating on it. I've only worn it twice, so like it's just difficult once you wear that.
That's the problem too, right? When you buy something and you realize like you're only wearing it a few times.
Well, that's like, it's just like a lesson learned. Like it's not that I think it's ugly, and I'll definitely wear it like next year, and there will be times where I bust it out. But listen, just something to keep in mind when you buy like a really loud outfit like that. Like chances are you're wearing that once, or like once per group of people that see you in it, because they're going to remember it because it's out there.
Yeah, that's true. I did not cop the Air Force One Off-White lemonades, guys. I was just throwing it out there. I did not get a pair. I do not live in Boston, so unfortunately I was not one of those lucky few that was able to take one home. All right, so Space Jam. Have you seen advertisements for Space Jam like basically everywhere?
Yeah, the problem is like I'm kind of like really super over LeBron at this point, so like there's like no chance I'm going to see the movie, and like I would not spend 1 cent of my money on it because I think he's like extremely annoying now. But yeah. But I have seen it, yes.
You're like, but yeah, okay, let me just bring this back up. So yeah, they are launching, obviously, sneakers. I've been seeing literally the amount of PR that has been put into this movie is insane. Like, I have some friends who went to this Space Jam event. I think they basically rented out Six Flags and they threw this massive event for the movie. And they just had like all the characters there. Even Sean Go, I don't know if any of you follow Sean Go, like he was playing with a few of the cartoon characters with some of the shoes. So they're definitely like dropping some cash and really marketing this hardcore. I'm not the biggest fan of LeBron shoes just because personally they're very heavy, in my opinion. So it's definitely an acquired taste, but
they suck. They're the worst of all the Nike basketball shoes, I think.
So they're,
maybe not the honest.
Obviously, it would make sense, right? That he would have a shoe coming out when the movie's coming out, and it's got a controller set. We got these two different colorways. A lot going on here. And they're based off of each character. So it looks like this is the Roadrunner pair.
Well, that was Wile E. Coyote. That was
and Wile E. Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. So looks like the bird pack here.
I don't know, like think about how cool like the Jordan Space Jams are and then compare them to these. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like too they're pumping out so much for this movie. Like they're just really piling it in and
he's
really...
not Jordan. Sorry. Like
this is true. Jordan is one of a kind. I don't think that, you're going to be able to replace him in Space Jam. My gosh. How long has it been since that original movie came out?
Mid 90s, like 95,
mid 90s?
Yeah.
I just remember I was obsessed because McDonald's was coming out with like all the toys. This is when everybody was buying the toys at McDonald's. Like you wanted to spend that extra $2.50 to get like your little stuffed animal toy. I was so into that when I was a little girl, and I had to get Lola. That was like
Oh,
one thing I begged my mom to buy me. I'm like, please, please, let me have Lola, please.
Now, I don't know if there are any fellow New York Knicks fans in the chat. Shout out to the Knicks, but listen, I'm born in '83. I watched the Knicks all in the '90s, and Michael Jordan literally ruined months of my childhood for like 6 years straight. So screw him, and also screw Space Jam, and also screw LeBron James for trying to be Jordan. He's not Jordan, and he'll never be Jordan. So that's it.
I'm dead. I'm dead. Tell us how you really feel, Kostos.
I mean, this is like,
you're not
listen,
still, you're not still hurting,
I love
are you?
the Knicks, and Jordan, I hated him. Like, he beat my team every single time, so I hated Space Jam. I don't wear Jordans probably because of that deep-seated hatred that I have, which is probably a me thing. And then I love LeBron as a player, but I feel like he's trying to be Michael, and he's not, so that's that.
Well, while we are on the Knicks topic, there's actually a Knicks shoe coming out, the Dunk Highs. So let's take a look at these. Let me know your thoughts on this.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're pretty terrible, honestly.
It's different. I don't know how I feel about the red all the way at the top.
It's like, what are you wearing with them? Like, besides for all black, like how else are you going to wear that? That's my problem with it. Like, for me at least, I don't know what I would wear with these.
This is a difficult one to match for sure. It's the color blocking is kind of throwing me off, the way they color blocked it. I feel like there needs to be a little bit more separation with the red or the black or something. Something's just off on these ones.
I think the problem with it is that, like, you have to wear it with, like, Knicks colors.
You're a Knicks fan. You sure you don't want to wear this, Nick?
I mean, like, if I'm going to a Knicks game, maybe, but, like, I'm not walking around, like, in the streets of Manhattan. Like, they don't pay me. I'm not walking around in full New York Knicks attire. I'm 38 years old. Like, I can't do that. Maybe when I was, like, 18, I would do that.
You're like, but not anymore. All right, yeah. So I'm sure this will sell out just for Knicks fans. They're hardcore. I mean, this is definitely something, they're going to probably want to rock all day long. But me personally, I don't like that color combination. There's something weird with the red on the back of that one. It's just, there's something off. They've got to fix it. But they probably won't because it's too late. They're already launching this one. Are you going to go watch the new Space Jam?
No.
You're like, no, not into
You'd have to, like, how long is the movie? Like, probably, like, almost 2 hours or 2 hours. Trying to think, like, it's like, how much is 2 hours of my life worth? I'd say that they have to give me, like, $1,000.
It's a lot going on. And every single store I've seen in the mall right now is pushing for this movie. I mean, it is insane, the amount of PR that's coming in.
God bless. I mean, I hope it does well. I'm not, like, rooting against it. I'm just saying, like, I have no interest in it.
So they're launching clothes with it. I mean, you name it. We've got an Air Force One with Lola on it. A lot is being launched. So we're going to be seeing, I feel like on the sneakers app, just tons of shoes.
Do you like any of them? Like, I don't, but that doesn't mean that someone else can't.
Nope. I used to be obsessed with Tweety too. I would buy everything.
Tweety Bird?
Tweety. Yeah. That was like my jam as well. Lola and Tweety.
Can we be honest about this? Like, are they not, if you disagree, obviously it's fine. Are these not all, like, ugly as fuck? Like, every single one.
I mean, I'm not a fan. They've got them in every type of silhouette too. They've got them in the Air Force Ones. You've got the LeBrons. You've got Converse. I personally am just, I don't know. Yeah. Probably not going to be buying any. Probably not going to be buying any of the Toon Squad stuff. Yeah. No.
And it's not Jordan. Like, I don't know. I think that I'm probably being too negative, and I'm sorry about that, but, like, I don't know. Fuck
Kostos good. It's not Jordan, but I'm not the biggest fan of Jordan because he gave
But Jordan's
me hell.
at least, like, Jordan's Jordan, though. Like, Jordan's an icon in a way that, like, LeBron is not. And that's not hating on LeBron. Listen, this is just a real quick sports thing because, like, LeBron and Jordan's a huge debate. It's not an insult to say LeBron is not as good as Michael. Michael's the best ever. Like, LeBron's second best. It's not an insult to say he's not as good as the GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, and he got a movie out of it, too, so can't complain, right?
He's got billions of dollars. God bless him.
He's definitely not hurting for cash. That's for sure. So the last shoe I want to talk about, since it's almost 10 o'clock, is another Air Jordan 1 High. This is in an orange colorway. It's the electric orange. I know how you feel about ones, Kostos, already, but I don't know. Maybe you'll like this color.
I mean, I don't know. For Halloween, I guess it's maybe okay. I would like. I probably
It's got
come
the
across
orange and black theme.
I probably come across like such a negative prick. Like I really like a lot of stuff, but like I have not liked a lot of these tonight. I'm personally not a fan.
Yeah, it's different. It takes a lot for me to get an orange shoe, and it has to be a specific type of orange. I feel like I do have some orange kind of sherbet dunks coming in this week, so I'm excited to see that because that's just kind of more of an orange feel that I would go for in the summertime. But this is definitely a very Halloween trick-or-treat kind of feel.
Like you like the orange and like the recent Yeezy orange that they've been using, like that Inflame orange.
Yeah,
you're more of a fan of.
Yeah, like I'm more of a fan of that. This is
like
pumpkin
a pumpkin orange,
and I don't like pumpkin, so I don't know. Maybe I'm biased.
I'm not a fan either, so I guess maybe we're both biased.
Right. All right, so that is it. It's pretty dry this month, Kostos. I'm not gonna lie, but it's a pretty dry month, which is nice. I think we're all able to just kind of take a little breather for a minute because they pounded us in June left and right with drops every single day, multiple pieces a day. So it's kind of nice to take a breather this month before we head into August. But I just kind of want to open the floor. If anybody has any questions for Kostos and we are going to hop off here in about 3 minutes because we are going to jump into my video on the Crimson Tint mids. So definitely stick around. We will all be beamed up into that video right after. So if you guys have any questions about drops, any of our sneaker pickups this week, be sure to ask Kostos and I now before
Can I say one other thing too? I really regret missing out on the Fear of God Californias this past Saturday. I know you were lucky enough to cop some. Yeah, I thought they were just like, I think Jerry Lorenzo, for people that haven't seen them, it's basically like a more upscale, like Yeezy, like a foam runner slide loafer hybrid. It looks like a Yeezy loafer almost, I would say.
Yeah.
What it looks like. Like he clearly drew inspiration from Kanye. It's a slip-on that's monotone and like a bunch of different earth tones that has like
kind of similar tones to Kanye's color schemes that he started off with.
I think Kanye should sue his ass, honestly, because I think like it basically looks like a Yeezy, but especially from the overhead shot.
It's genius for him to pull it out. But I will say it does, because I do have a lot of Fear of God Essentials pieces. It does match my sweats to a T. So I'm most excited about the fact that like I can add it into my wardrobe already because I have so many Fear of God Essential pieces already. And it's like this one matches the buttercream. This one matches the oatmeal gray. So he did do a good job with just like being extremely matchy, just like Ronnie in a sense where it's like, now you have my slides, buy my sweats.
I regret not getting them because I was gonna wear them like loafers basically with like a nice button down tucked into nice shorts with those, and I was really excited for that. And now like the resale prices look like they're gonna be absolutely insane, and I'm gonna miss out because I'm not paying like $600 for them.
They're pretty expensive for sure on that resale market. So Julius is asking, did I give or go over the giveaway news? So stay tuned on Friday. I will be going live. I'm going to have on my community all the details for the giveaway, but I will be giving away a pair of the Pure Slides in the size 6, as well as the Supreme Nerf gun. So definitely make sure that you're following all of my social media platforms and that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, and we will announce those winners Friday evening. So good luck to everybody who wants to enter the raffle.
Love it.
Jennifer, another Kanye lawsuit. Wouldn't be the first time. Everybody's copying everybody these days. It's just like brands are just doing
like that's
left
pretty
and right
pretty egregious, isn't it? Like, don't you like especially the overhead look of them, like it looks like you're looking down at a foam runner.
Oh yeah,
exactly. Like
he knew exactly what he was doing on that one. I mean, and they sold out, so he knew what he was doing. I guess it worked.
And he even wrote on Instagram like, we didn't expect it to sell out like this. It's like, no shit, it sold out because you literally copied Kanye, and that's okay because they're really awesome.
Right? Yeah, so I'm excited to show those on the next Shade Selects when I have them, see how they fit and how they compare basically to the Yeezy slides. It'll be very interesting to test them out and see how the sizing and fit goes. But we are about to beam on over. Thank you so much again, Kostos, for joining us on Shade Selects. Everyone, again, if you haven't already given this video a thumbs up, be sure to do that and stay on here because we are all going to now transfer over to the Crimson Tint Mids video. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, hit your notification bells, and let's all stay with us as we go on to the next video. All right, take care, Kostos.
Peace.